Hey, I wanted to say a quick word before we get into our solo review. We've had quite an uptick of viewers in our YouTube community, so I wanted to say thank you and welcome to the Movies with Chill podcast. I really appreciate you guys coming in and checking out our show. We hope to have a lot of good reviews for you guys in store, and if you guys have any suggestions on movies that you want us to hit, or just any suggestions whatsoever,
any feedback,
leave a comment down below. And we'll get back to you, and hopefully we can make this a huge community for you guys. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know where it came from either. No one was touching it.
I know. It was weird.
But we're excited to create the content, and we're an ever-evolving
entity.
Yeah,
right.
We're trying to figure out the best flow and the best way to present movies to you and entertain you at the same time.
Yeah, that's not stuffy and boring.
So grow with us and give us suggestions, and not just movies, but
anything.
How we're doing. Yeah.
Anything at all.
So, yeah.
I just want to say from yesterday to today, we've gone up 54 subscribers on YouTube, which is exponentially insane.
Yes. I know it's 54,
awesome.
And hopefully in a year from now, we'll be like, you remember when we were excited for 54 subscribers?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's awesome. We have like close to 8,000 views in the last 2 days, which is insane. Again, to me, I appreciate it. It is so
And I never thought I would say this, but click like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends.
Share.
The more people we get out to, the more fun this is going to be.
We're just sharing our passion.
Don't be surprised if you wind up on the show.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because we are interactive.
Yeah. we love having guests. We love bringing people on that are so passionate about
We will
some
make
of these
you
movies.
internet famous.
Yeah.
That's right.
Think about that. You take your first step towards the Illuminati today.
Right. Well, with that being said, we really hope you enjoy our next review, Solo. Stick around.
May the 4th be with you.
Car.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like super shiny?
No, because it's not in the show.
Beskar.
Like when the Mandalorian has the bars, they're not super shiny. They're just Beskar bars,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It actually says $20 on the back of it because
Really?
I think they have to put something on there.
Yeah.
But it's like $300 worth of silver.
Damn.
Jesus.
That's insane. Welcome to the Movies with Chill podcast. I'm your host, Chill. Today we'll be reviewing Solo, a Star Wars story from 2018. Solo is a heist space western film directed by Ron Howard and written by Jonathan Kasdan, Lawrence Kasdan, and George Lucas, based on Star Wars by George Lucas. Starring Alden, Ehrenreich, Woody Harrelson, Emilia, Clarke, Joonas, Suotamo,
I don't know who that is.
Donald Glover, and Phoebe Walker-Bridge. The Suotamo is Chewie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
that makes sense.
When young Han escaped from his home world separated by his young lover, he must travel across the galaxy to pay off her debt and free her from her captors. Tonight, as always, I am joined by not so much.
I just don't think that's the plot of the movie. He's just getting money to go back to get her.
Yeah.
Not to pay her debt off. Like, he never says, I'm going to go pay her debt off. He just says, I'm going to go back and rescue her.
Yeah.
But I thought that after he meets her, though, he is kind of like...
Sure.
Yeah.
She owes the debt to the Crimson Tide.
Dawn.
Dawn.
Dawn,
Yeah,
yeah.
Crimson Dawn. But that's not the plot of the movie. But that's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Crimson Dawn, not to be confused with Crimson Jihad.
Yes, don't confuse those two.
Crimson Jihad will rain fire down on one major U.S. city.
As you guys can tell, I am joined by David and Lee, as always.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
How you boys doing?
Good.
Good.
Mending from my Sasquatch
Yeah.
expedition, but we're getting there.
Good job.
I can move my arm a little bit more. I can drive a car now, so that's good. Yeah.
Nice. So we intended to release this close to May 4th, but scheduling and vacation put this release a little bit of a date back.
It's all right.
It'll be all right.
It's not like the Star Wars fans are unforgiving.
Right. They're a completely good fan base. No issues
Not
whatsoever.
toxic at all.
No.
Not ever.
Never divisive.
Nope.
What was your first time watching Solo? Did you guys see this in theaters?
Yeah.
Did you?
I saw it in the theater with Calvin, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of us from the post office went to go see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw it on opening weekend, I believe.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think we did too. I remember I wore Darth Maul t-shirt that says Legends Never Die, and I did not know
Yeah.
that he was going to be in the
that's
movie.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching it, and like 2 or 3 people's like, "You knew?" I'm like, "No."
The deal is that I've seen it and I still forgot when I rewatched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen it the one time in the theater, and then I
Yeah.
rewatched it, and I did not hate it the way
I
that
liked it.
I know, but
I didn't hate it when it came out.
I just wasn't a huge fan,
Yeah.
but I was like, it's a really good movie. Like,
To me, I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
it was
fun.
light.
Yeah.
I thought it was away from the Jedi, which is nice. A
Yeah.
nice change of pace.
sure.
I think my only real complaint is like pump the brakes on the nostalgia part of it,
Oh
like
my
the
gosh.
Stop
Yeah.
the fan service.
well,
Yes.
yeah, and like just show the gun. But don't mention it. Don't zoom in on his gun. You know, like
Yeah.
just show that he got it, and
Yeah.
then let the fans go, "Oh shit, that's Han's gun."
You don't have to hit him over the
You
head
don't
with it.
seriously. You don't have to have a 10
Especially
second
with
shot.
especially
of the
with
gun.
Star Wars fans,
We
they're going
know
to notice every little
everything.
split frame.
Someone's gonna watch every
that's
single
inaccurate.
second
Yeah.
of this
Oh,
movie.
that's inaccurate. He didn't have that until 17 years before Battle for Yavin.
Right.
So, one of the criticisms that I heard about the film before seeing it was that it's almost like everything that you know about Han Solo happened to him in this week that happens within the film.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Right.
so I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty fair.
I think that they had planned on making more of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
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 But it didn't
Didn't pan out.
Yeah, didn't make enough money.
It'll be
Well-
one of those that they're gonna have a eight
Yeah.
episode TV series.
or
mini short.
7 years from now.
They're gonna be the fans are gonna
They'll do a
love the
second one.
movie. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it was so good. We were
Right.
wrong."
Well, that or Dave Filoni will make like a mini spin-off thing and
Right.
that ties it back into Solo and then gives you appreciation, kind of like for me, I appreciate the prequels because I've watched Clone Wars and I watched that other stuff,
Right.
and it actually enhances the story. And
Yeah.
But
I
again,
know that Clone Wars makes Clone Wars
a lot better.
a lot better.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not going to say, hey, you as a Star Wars fan, you need to go watch Clone Wars so you can appreciate this.
Right. You're not a
Movie.
gatekeeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, our icebreaker today is give me your best non-human Star Wars impression.
That's a trap.
It's my tauntaun.
That's a trap. Shooter.
Wait. Let me get it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Solo. Ukamata.
Hey, Jabba no Bata.
Is that a bit fortune? Is that what
That's
you
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
It's good enough that I knew who it was.
Oh, I'm so
All right.
not getting laid anytime soon.
All right. So let's do an alternate one. Did Han shoot first?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All
Get
right.
out of here with that. And you didn't ask if we watched anything new.
Have you watched anything new?
I have.
Yeah.
I watched Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it was good.
Yeah.
Meh.
It's
Meh.
not terrible, but
Really?
ending's really messed up.
Really?
Really messed up. And then I watched
Like in a scary way or just like in a
just weird.
weird?
Just
Okay.
messed up and weird.
Cut that. I don't think that I've watched anything new.
Really?
I mean, besides watching Solo and
Yeah.
other movies we're going to review, I
I started watching the second season of this show on Netflix called The Physical 100, and it's a Korean show. It's not animated. For you ask, they take
love your
Still-
Asian TV.
Still Korean.
listen. These K dramas. No, it's not necessarily a K drama, but it is. They take
K-pop.
they take some of the best athletes in all of Korea. So like you have gold medalists, you have world athletes, you have
Military
bodybuilders,
specialists.
military specialists, all of these, even like gymnasts, free runners, like,
CrossFits.
I mean everything.
Yeah.
So they start off with 100,
Okay.
and then they eliminate half. Like they'll have
Just
challenges,
like doing challenge.
and it's not like
It's Survivor without the
well, they
without
don't
the tribal.
they don't vote anybody off, but they compete. And like one of them,
It sounds like something I'd like.
yeah, one of the things that was really popular in the first season is they have this 10 to 20 pound ball. Okay,
Look at Atlas Stone.
yeah, and well, not necessarily. It's like a kind of like a really heavy dodgeball.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. And you have 2 or 3 arenas that you face off against somebody else with, and whoever has the ball after 2 minutes wins. And
Sounds dangerous.
yeah. But they're not like, they don't use the ball, but they're like wrestling, and they're like physically trying to keep the other person away.
Game-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I feel like fingers got broken during that challenge.
Oh,
I
definitely.
think more than fingers.
Yeah.
I bet there's a couple of eye gouges, a couple of fish hooks.
Right. There's one guy I thought
groin punches.
100% I thought he broke his ribs. He got slammed to the ground so hard. It was nuts.
Nice.
But yeah, it was
you get.
pretty cool. Pretty cool show. Let's talk about Solo before we get into spoilers. It has a runtime of 135 minutes, premiered May 10th in Los Angeles, and worldwide release of May 25th. Had a budget of between 270 and 330.4 million.
Must have been reshoots.
Yeah, probably. Well, I heard that they had a director, and then either Ron Howard took over from them, or
Really?
That is true.
Yeah.
It did have a director, and it wasn't going well.
yeah,
And then
so
Ron
they had to
Howard took
yeah.
over. Wow.
But it ended up grossing 393.2 million. Yeah.
Not very well.
No.
Made what?
Broke
at-
even,
at
probably.
best,
Yeah.
70 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Box office for that month: Avengers: Infinity War, Deadpool 2,
Oh, jeez.
Solo: A Star Wars Story, Overboard, Life of the Party, Book Club, Breaking In.
How are you going to remake Overboard?
I don't know.
Get out of here with that.
Right?
Get out of here.
'Cause that's what we need.
You're
That's
never,
what we
I mean,
need.
I wanted to play in that putt-putt course with Kurt Russell
Yeah.
that he designs in Overboard. Like, I thought, I love that movie. I love the little kid in that movie. I know we're getting sidetracked, but...
No, you're good.
I hate that friggin' movie.
I love it, dude.
Hate it. Tainted.
I got it.
Gotcha.
Got it.
A Quiet Place,
Oh, I love
Damn.
I Feel
That's a good
Pretty,
one.
and Rampage. So,
I forget,
Rampage
The
was
Rock.
The Rock, and then the giant monkey.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that had a lot of... They really
Some
chose poorly on the
blockbusters.
opening
Yeah.
of this movie.
Yeah.
Infinity War
I mean,
alone
Yeah.
really
They chose poorly.
Well, this was
Infinity War
opening
was
month,
just-
but still.
but still.
I know
Yeah.
Infinity War came out on the 25th. I
Right.
know it did because I
Yeah.
remember going on the 25th to see it
Yeah.
because that movie was
Yeah.
nuts.
So this movie was actually nominated for Best Achievement of Visual Effects, which I
Yeah.
agree with.
Yeah.
Lead actor Alden brought his copy of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon Owner's Workshop Manual to set to talk about button sequences for takeoff scene on the Falcon.
That's awesome.
So
He knew
did
the
his homework.
assignment.
See,
Yeah.
I like that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
He knew the assignment.
Yeah.
He did know the assignment. What a
Drayden,
nerd.
I love him.
I do
for sure. Drayden Voss facial stripes were added in post-production, according to Paul Bettany. He didn't... Oh, I didn't say Paul Bettany
Paul
was...
Bettany. Yeah.
I forgot to say he was in this. Didn't know about it until after he saw a photo Ron Howard sent him. So, it
Dude,
happened
I
post.
love that. Whatever
Yeah, every time
species
he'd
he
get
is,
mad.
I love it.
It's cool.
I like his character a lot, actually.
This is the first time a Star Wars film in official canon where no one speaks the word Jedi. And then director Ron Howard was repeatedly considered to direct Episode 1 of Phantom Menace, but declined the offer, calling the task too daunting. 18 years later, he accepted the offer to overtake direction of this film from the original directors. He admitted that it took a lot of persuasion from his wife, Cheryl, who urged him to accept, knowing that he would only regret rejecting it later on.
I mean, I can't imagine the pressure that is.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Exactly why
It's make or break, man.
It's exactly why I shied away from the long form on this is because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the subject matter.
Yeah.
Right.
I know the fan
But
base.
I think
I
Ron
know-
Howard is a strong enough director
Right.
and has the
but
catalog
even
that
if
he would
even
be okay.
Ron Howard feels the weight
Yeah.
of that franchise.
But
Yeah.
I also feel like if you don't have that, especially today's age where we see so many adaptations of beloved franchises that, oh, yeah, we just didn't feel it was important to read anything to do with the source material
Right.
whatsoever. So the fact that he had that, that's the guy I want to direct
Right.
my Star Wars
like-
or
It's
you
like
know
the
whatever.
guy that doesn't want the power is the guy that needs the power.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because they understand, like, hey, we've got to do our work here.
I mean, but like almost every director of any of the movies has just been slammed, except maybe Rogue One, because people slammed George Lucas. I mean,
yeah.
After Return of the Jedi,
the acting is terrible in those movies, and the dialogue is terrible in
Yeah.
those movies.
Right.
It's beloved because we love it. You
Yeah.
know, like it's the OG.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's hard to rewatch. Like I've rewatched them with Ben, and I'm like, oh my god, like
the
the
only one I
dialogue
can
is terrible.
the only one I can rewatch is Empire.
Oh, I like Return too.
I can't.
The first
watch
one
it,
is
but
too. I just feel like it's so boring.
Really?
I've just memorized it completely.
Yeah.
I don't ever need to watch.
I
I,
have-
don't need. I don't need to
I've
watch
seen
any
it.
Star Wars
I've seen
movie
it
ever
100
again.
times.
Yeah.
You know, I'm never going to see anything new.
I don't ever need to see another Star Wars movie that's already come out. I've seen them all enough to know them
Yeah,
perfectly
pretty
well.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, when Force Awakens came out and I watched it and I left the theater, I was like, well, you know, that was fun. That was Star Wars, but that was a shot-for-shot remake of A New Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't even try to hide it.
Yep.
But I
was
still enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was still
So
good.
there's that.
But that's for
Take,
another time.
take my money.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So after Ron Howard came on board, there was a question about who would receive the directing credit. The Directors Guild rules stated that a person who shot 90% of the film would be given directing credit. Howard reshot 80% of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller's footage. As a compromise, Lord and Miller got executive producer credit, and Howard got the director's cut. It was shipped under the code name Project Red Cup.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't. Explain.
Red Solo Cup? You fill me up?
Okay, I'm done now. Thank you.
Let's have a party.
This podcast is bullshit.
This is bullshit. So, just to back up just for a second.
Okay.
This is, one of the things that sticks in my crawl.
Yeah.
So, if you have to direct 90% of the movie to get credit for it, nobody directed 90% of the movie.
No,
so
no.
nobody gets credit for the
No.
directorial. I'm just like, how does that work then?
Yeah.
Because if Ron Howard only did 80 and the other guys didn't do 90,
Yeah.
then there was no director. These guys just got together and made a movie.
I mean, I think that both would have to be, both directors on the directed by so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
All 4 or all 3 people should be listed.
Ron Howard should have just pulled the Taylor Swift and refilmed all of it.
Re-edit it.
Right?
Yeah.
Screw it.
Screw it.
Do it my way.
Ron's version.
Right? The Ron cut.
Release the Ron cut.
Yes.
Called
All
the
right.
Rojo. Ron
Yeah.
Howard.
Alden was the first actor to audition for Philip Lord and Christopher Miller. The director said in July 2016 that while they liked a lot of the other actors with whom they read, increasingly said that first guy was the best so far. So,
Doesn't that suck?
yeah.
I'd hate to go first.
Oh, yeah. It'd be awesome. But leave an impression.
Yeah, I'd still hate to go first.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson was allegedly picked over Christian Bale as Han's mentor.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm all right
Yeah.
with that.
I literally have no problems with Woody Harrelson's
No.
character in
Yeah.
this movie.
I don't have
Nothing.
I don't have any problems with anybody's character.
I really don't either. I thought they all did well.
Yeah.
But I really
loved,
like Beckett.
Yeah.
I really loved Glover's character.
Donald Glover.
Oh,
Donald Glover,
he played him perfectly.
Yeah. My
Lando.
only
I don't
issue.
know why I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, Lando. My only issue with this movie is that, and I don't blame the actors. It was hard because, oh yeah, that's supposed to be Han, but at the same time, it's not really Han, in my opinion. Does that make sense? It feels too much like he's trying to play Harrison Ford playing Han Solo.
I didn't get that.
I
No?
didn't either.
Okay.
I got him trying to do his best Han Solo.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he didn't really change his voice. He didn't.
Too much.
He
he
just-
did. He did have. He did change a lot of his. And this is what I mean when I say that is that there are vocal inflections that he changes to try and match Harrison. Ford.
I
Right.
think it would be weird if you just had like some guy in there that didn't sound anything like him or
Right.
Yeah, didn't have the same speech pattern.
swagger.
and
Yeah.
confidence and
Yeah.
It was just a.
And this was like baby confidence, like
Yeah.
he said he was the best pilot, but he had no idea if he was the best pilot.
Right.
He just said that he was the best pilot. So that's some Han Solo confidence right there.
Right.
yeah. Okay. I
dude
can
had
see
balls
That. Yeah.
the entire time. He had balls.
I mean, I think that also Kira, I wish I cared more about her.
Yeah.
And I think that if they would have made a second one, this was developing the care for that character.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then they're just like, no more, and no more mention of her. You know,
Right.
like...
I don't understand. You could have spent 10 more minutes with them as a couple.
At
Right.
the beginning.
In
And
the
developed
beginning,
it
and
a
you
little
would have
It's
cared more about
already
her.
2 hours and 10 minutes long.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
10 more minutes?
Or cut 10 minutes out of...
$40 million.
cut out 10 minutes somewhere else. It could have been done easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, several times.
Like, show them as kids. Show them as the, show
Yeah.
them growing up together. Show anything. Yeah.
anything to make them give a shit about her.
Because we see her in a very dark lit
Not only
environment.
that,
And
you don't even know what's going on with her until he finds her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to give a shit about her when you don't know what she's been going through.
Right.
So that's another. It's like I would have paralleled their experiences a little.
Yeah.
We forgot to say spoilers. But
You can inject it in
inject it in.
just randomly. Spoilers.
Spoilers. Yeah.
We haven't done trivia either.
We have not. We have not.
We are
So
all over the place.
For
No,
sure.
but I don't think it's not. I think it's going well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you recommend people watch this movie?
If you're a Star Wars fan, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Who would
I mean,
you
even if you're
just-
not a Star Wars
Yeah.
fan, it's a good heist movie. It's a good space western.
Yeah.
It's a good action film.
Right.
It's got good comedy timing in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. People hated this movie for the wrong reasons. I think.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think the fanboys got a hold of this thing, tore it apart, and left everybody saying, "Well, the fans don't even like it."
And seeing that drives me crazy because all the fans are doing, including myself, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want more content, you want more stuff to come out. People love it, and then they dog on it, and it's like eventually they're going to stop
but
making.
How many times
stuff.
are they going to go to the well and give us crap and expect us to say it's not crap?
I agree, but
But-
that's where I think like
gave
Rogue
us-
One differed.
They
Like,
gave us 3 movies right in a row that we're less than.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
I would say though that stop giving me backstories on like side characters. Not saying that Solo's side character, but like I think the reason that Rogue One is so beloved by fans is that it's something new. It's still set in that universe, but it's something new. It's about characters that we have no idea about. Like, and the ending of that movie, we're not
Super
going to.
serious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
super
but they
serious.
also really develop the characters.
Right.
By the end of that movie,
Oh, and
you
you did
care
care
about
about
every
them.
single one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
It's well written. It's well acted.
The action
is
sequence-
phenomenal.
Great.
Without Jedis, you
Yeah.
know, it's just
Sort of.
Just well, I mean, not really. There's
Not really, but
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's
There's one at
great.
the end,
Yeah,
Kind of.
kind of.
kind of.
But anyway, like, I don't
Greatest
know.
10 seconds in Star Wars history.
But the story isn't about that.
No, it isn't.
No,
It's not.
It's just a little bonus, a little nugget at the
little
end,
nugget.
little cherry on the top.
I don't know. As a Star Wars fan, I would like something set in that universe, but I'd like something.
Freaking
four-
make the
the
old
4
Republic.
planets.
Yes.
Make
Stop
that
going back to
do
the
it.
same 4
trilogy.
planets.
Yes.
Make the Old
Stop
Republic
wanting
a
to-
trilogy. It is one of
Please.
the best video games I've ever played in my
Oh
life.
yeah.
And all you got to do is just take that world and create
Mm-hmm.
something that, like, it's great.
Give me a Malik. Yeah.
Yeah.
Revan Malik movie.
Did you ever play him?
Nope,
Oh, man.
Oh man.
didn't have a PC.
Kodor. Oh, still
I'm telling you, it's phenomenal.
phenomenal.
I
Yeah.
know.
One of the best games
Never played
ever. I bet you could get it on your freaking phone now.
Oh, I'm sure I
Seriously.
To be
can.
honest.
I have it on the Switch.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
so-
remastered it. And
Well,
put it
I
back
got
out,
I got it on Limited Run as a company that makes. This is not an endorsement.
Yeah.
Limited Run is a company that makes physical games for the Switch, PlayStation, Xbox that are usually digital.
Wait. Is this Nintendo? They don't around at all.
right.
At all. Okay.
Okay.
So if
So-
you're mentioning somebody taking content from
Oh no
a
no no!
digital
This is
platform and
this
turning
is
it into
no no.
physical
This is
media,
very legitimate.
Okay.
It's legitimate. It's made so the producer of the games themselves, the inventors of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So all Limited Run does in their licensed Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I gotcha.
they're licensed. Old Republic was one of them. They just did. You remember Dark Forces?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They just put that on the
Dark
Switch.
Forces 1 and 2.
But all you can do, Limited Run, is they take pre-orders for the game,
Uh-huh.
and then that's how many they make. And
Wow.
they don't sell them otherwise. You have to pre-order it, and then it takes about a year for you to get your game. So for years, I was just pre-ordering stuff, and I still have stuff showing up at the door, and I'm like, I forgot I pre-ordered it.
I'll tell you a game that you could probably get it on a physical media, but I haven't seen it in forever, and it was a lot of fun to play. It was called the Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds.
Really?
It was an RTS, and you had like 6 different factions. You had bots, you had the bugs from Geonosis, you know, the Empire, the Rebellion, a couple of other ones. And this was before the sequels.
I love this game.
The Gungans.
On the PC, bro.
That game was a blast.
Oh, dude, that was the shit.
I completely forgot about this game.
It was like Age of Empires almost. Yeah.
Dude, and there's codes for that. Like, you could get the Death Star.
Oh.
Bro. It was awesome. I loved it.
About that
I
game.
played that game.
I am so thankful that you brought that back up. That's some OG. That's like 90s, like early 90s stuff.
I actually played that in 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 and 4, right in that area.
See, I always loved back in the day. This was 97. 96, 97 was Star Trek Armada.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh my God, dude.
I remember that.
I used to take my PC to my friend's house and LAN party it all night long.
Yeah.
Sam
Seriously.
had that game, and we played it on his PC off
man.
of Windows 95.
Yep.
So-
the Federation was where it was at. The Akira class ships. I'm telling you, they were mean. They were very OP.
Did you ever play Star Wars Battlefront? Now, I'm
The
OG pre-EA one.
Yeah, we played all
dude.
of them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I played that. They remastered it, and then whoever did it, fumbled the shit.
They have
out of it.
one
I was
server.
so
Was that?
upset.
Oh no, Electric Arts.
It was
Yeah,
EA.
EA.
They blow
Yeah,
everything.
they have one server for it. Like
Yeah.
64 people can get on it at one
Yeah,
time.
right.
That's it.
Well, no, Aspire actually did the remake on this. Then they were actually in charge of remaking KOTOR, and fortunately, they took it away, and they're no longer remastering
Oh, darn it.
Well, that's
KOTOR.
good.
So yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars?
What movie
Star
again?
Wars.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
Super sidetrack.
So we would recommend people watch this movie.
Definitely.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So let's get into some spoilers then.
Well, we really haven't talked about anything, so
Not
we're
really.
fine.
Nothing specific.
We're good.
Nothing specific.
All right, let's get into some trivia. What is the first line of the opening text after "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away"?
War. No.
No.
I have no idea.
No? It is a lawless time.
No lawless time.
Yeah. What does Chewie want to do with his share from the train heist?
Get a haircut.
That isn't it, is
That's
it?
not
No, hold on. It's I can't remember.
He wants to free slaves.
Close. Free his tribe-family. So, which syndicate owns the mines of Kessler?
The
Crimson.
Crimson Dawn.
No.
No?
No. The Pikes.
That's right, the Pikes.
So,
Pikers.
We're
Like Dags.
We're blowing it, bro.
Do you like Dags?
what
Pikers.
percentage does Lando finally agree to do for the Kessel Run?
20%.
That's correct.
Good job.
What color was the card used to win the Falcon at the end of the film?
Green.
That's also correct. All right. Good luck, but I feel like Lee might actually know this. How many Star Wars movies has Warwick Davis appeared in? Closest guess wins, and bonus if you can name the ones that he was in. So between you two.
He's
Return of
in.
the
He's
Jedi.
in this one.
Okay.
Solo, Return of the Jedi. I believe he was in one of the prequels.
Is he in Rogue One? I can't. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think he's in Rogue One. I want to say 3.
3,
I'm saying 5.
5.
Yeah.
David's the closest. He's in 7.
7.
Yeah.
Man, he must have played like R2 a couple of times.
So, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace.
Uh-huh.
Force Awakens. Rogue One.
Man.
Last Jedi.
Rogue One.
Solo. And Rise of the Skywalker.
All right.
So, yeah. Pretty cool.
All right, then. Cool in the gang.
So, we're going to try something a little bit different, and we're going to try it on the last one. We're going to try it again on this one, and we're not going to do a traditional long-form discussion. And if you guys don't like it, let us know in the comments. And if you do like it, then also let us know.
Yeah.
And
Let us know anything. That's on
Well,
your
I think
mind.
really we've already started this podcast off differently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Just talking about it.
for sure.
We're just chit-chatting.
Just
Yeah.
chit-chat.
Just two guys chit-chatting. A little less formal.
Couple guys just
A
chit
little less formal.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into our discussion of the film.
David.
Take it away, David.
Well, I mean, I would say at the beginning of it when he's running and he has the, oh my gosh, what is it called? I can't even remember what it's called now. He has the little vial of it. Do you know what it's called?
I don't.
Come on.
This is going great.
Oh,
Smashing.
stop. I mean, the whole point of the movie is about them getting this stuff, and I can't remember
Coax, not,
Yeah, it's close. That's
Coaxial.
not coaxial cable, but
coaxium.
coaxium.
It's coaxium.
Okay.
All right, so he starts off by getting a vial of coaxium, and he goes to Kira, and they're on Corellia,
Yeah.
which they don't really get into the main bad guy on Corellia, who's like a giant centipede-looking chick.
I guess.
Lady something.
Not Deathstrike.
What is her name?
I don't think it really matters on that, though.
It doesn't, but
Yeah.
like I like that. So the whole time, I'm watching. I'm like, why the hell is it so dark?
Right.
They never explain why until he throws the rock, breaks the window
window.
open, and it burns like the main.
Yeah.
Those are ones I'd be careful with if I was making this movie,
Right.
because those are the characters that end up they're either loved or they
Hated.
They just hate them.
Yeah.
For example, the little small guys in the new movies with Ray
Yeah.
that fix like the ships and stuff like that. People loved them.
God
And
bless
I
it.
was like, I mean, that's not far from Jar Jar Binks when it comes to like characters,
Yeah. Yeah.
But people either love him or hate him. And I think that they went really hard on
I wanna
penguin-looking things on the,
Porgs.
Yeah, they want hard marketing
Porgs,
those,
yeah.
and those are the ones people hated.
Yeah.
So Han is just trying to get enough money to get a ship to get him and Kira, played by
Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke,
Who's also Breaker of Chains,
the dragon.
the dragon.
Dragon Queen,
Yeah.
from Game of Thrones, trying to get them off this planet. From what I get, they grew up on the planet.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
No parental figures whatsoever.
Well, because they're
If not,
surrounded
then
by
they're
kids.
done.
They're almost
Street urchins.
yeah. I would say they're in their teens, early 20s are supposed to be.
Right.
Because they're surrounded by children that are running this like crime syndicate of thieves.
Yeah.
So they go on the big chase, which I enjoyed, honestly.
It was cool.
I looked at my wife and I said, man, I want to drive a speeder.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be so much fun. So I like the chase, and I like the little just comedy of him going sideways and then getting stuck, and
Stuck,
it slowly...
yeah. That was pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
They go through, and there is kind of like a cool tense scene where they're walking and they're trying to escape from, I want to say, the Imperial TSA.
Yeah.
You're thinking that either he's going to get left behind or she's going to get left behind.
Yeah. Somebody's
And
getting caught.
My
So-
money's on Kira because
I have a question
I've never
about
met her.
this. So...
Because the movie's called Solo.
The planet is supposed to be like this, like full of crime planet, right? And the Empire is supposed to be there policing it, right?
Right.
So when they're chasing them through the spaceport, and the crime syndicate shows up and then tells the stormtroopers they're looking for these people, why would they help them?
Probably because the Empire is going to work with whoever's going to
Yeah.
get them the stuff they need.
I mean,
Who's
I
in
guess.
control? We're going to go through you
Right.
and just make it that much
Right.
easier.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if you want to continue to operate, you're
You
going
pay us
you
back.
pay up.
you're going to pay up.
yeah,
Yeah.
pay up.
So
I mean, I guess I get. I
the
answer
Empire
my, I
was just
answer
the
my own
biggest
question
gangster
because
in the
how do they
universe.
get through the gate? They bribe the lady at the window.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, because the stormtroopers aren't getting paid shit to
Yeah.
do that.
If
job.
they're getting paid
At all.
Room
I
and
thought-
board is probably what they're getting.
I thought for sure that they wouldn't have let either one of them in. I thought they were just going to take their money and then call it good. You know what I'm saying?
Roll
Just not
credits.
yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? Where,
Right.
oh, yeah, that's just another obstacle. One of the first annoyances that I did have with this movie, though, is his only way out is to join the Empire, which I didn't have a problem with him joining the Empire, and there's like a tiny little scene. I'd kind of wish to get a little bit more of him going through training on that, but my first annoyance is the, all right, what's your name?
Yeah.
Han.
The Solo.
Yeah.
Anything Han? Nope. Okay. Han Solo. Got it.
It's a cheap way to give him a name.
Yes, 100%. So
Lazy.
They could have just said his name
Han
was
Solo.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
I'm just
Yep.
Han Solo.
They could have
Solo.
from the get-go said his
Han
name's
Solo.
Han Solo, and no one would have ever questioned it. But instead, you put this in there, and everyone's like, "That's dumb."
Yeah.
When you could have just
then-
never done
You
it.
could have done I'm Han Solo. Oh, from the blah 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 solos? No, as in I'm on my own.
Yeah. Anything.
Been a lot
Anything
cooler,
differently.
But they tried to go for
I'm
a
on
joke,
my own.
which I don't mind jokes, but at the same time, when you keep trying to put
Still hammer it.
jokes in,
I mean, I didn't mind. I wish they would have showed just a little bit more. This easily could have been a 2-part movie because
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen more of him in the Empire.
Oh yeah.
Like defying orders or questioning everything all the time,
Right.
getting in
Right.
trouble and
Not flying.
not flying the entire time. Yeah, yeah,
So-
because he's infantry.
Right?
Yeah,
I think my biggest issue starting with this part of the movie is that I don't feel like the characters develop like at all. It's
no,
just
it's
the
super fast.
characters-
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Yeah.
So
They are expecting you to
already
just-
care about
just it's Han Solo. I don't need to care about him.
Right.
I already do.
I
I
thought
don't
they
need.
did-
I don't need backstory. I need to know how he meets Chewie.
And you know what?
get
The
it.
thing with Chewie is that everyone loves Chewie. I really didn't mind that they just like that's how they met.
yeah, I had no
Yeah.
issues with that either.
Because we've only seen Kashyyyk,
Yeah.
you know,
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk, whatever, it like a handful of times
Yeah.
ever. So you don't really necessarily care about like Chewie's backstory and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that was kind of a cherry on top for me, like
Yeah.
them building the relationship because they don't have the relationship they have in the other movies.
So I want to ask though, do you think you give that a pass because it's earlier in the film?
Yeah.
For example, you get you get the dice, which I was fine with, and then it's kind of like my tolerance of conveniences of him getting things like his blaster, the ship, doing the Kessel Run, like all of these little bitty things, and then like
the
all
entire
these
legend,
nods.
of, like you said, the entire legend of
happened
Han Solo.
on one adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happens in 1 2
And
hour
so-
movie.
Which I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of funny that now he's an older guy,
Right.
And he's still living off the one adventure
Yeah.
that
Right.
he got all the stuff off.
Peaked in high
it's
school.
very Han Solo.
yeah,
he peaked in high school.
Yeah, he's
He
more words than he is
4
actions.
touchdowns in one game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
so
Still dining out on that.
yeah.
could throw a football over them mountains.
You're damn right.
So
Him and Uncle Rico.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So again, I think that's one of the things that kind of deters it. But yeah, we get this cool kind of funny. I mean, they try and do it for a laugh. Where, oh yeah, you'll be doing a lot of flying, and then it just immediately him cutting to in some battle on some random planet.
I think they
In a
did that
mud
for
pit.
almost comedic.
Comedic
per-
effect.
yeah, they did it for
and that's what
comedy.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which it was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's funny. But you just kind of dampered with another joke that I was like, eh.
And,
then
this is where he met Beckett as well.
Beckett, yeah.
And I never questioned. Like, at first, I didn't question whether he was a lieutenant or
No,
what, you know, like
no.
you just assume that he is.
Right.
And then you start catching wind that something's
not
it's
right.
pretty quick, but at
Yeah.
first I was like, oh man, yeah, Woody Harrelson's a lieutenant with the.
I don't remember. Was Woody Harrelson clean shaven in that scene?
no,
Then that should have
don't
tipped
think
him
so.
off.
yeah. And the way he's talking the
Can't be an
entire
officer
time
in the Empire with
with
facial hair.
scruffy look. Who you calling scruffy looking?
Nerve herder.
Yeah.
Nerf herder. Woody Harrelson plays the card on him like,
We need to go seize this whatever.
right. Han won't leave him alone, and finally Woody Harrelson turns him into the Empire because the Empire, they don't know any better either.
No.
They think he's the lieutenant.
Yeah.
So they say, feed him to the beast. And I thought it was going to be a Rancor.
Oh, 100% thought it was going to be a Rancor. And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, how the hell are they? And again,
I knew it wasn't going to be a Rancor.
no.
Oh, really? See, I even rewatched it.
Yeah.
I forgot that's how he
Yeah, I
met
saw
Chewie.
that coming.
Yeah.
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 So that's where he meets Chewie.
Yeah.
And really, Chewie beats the shit out of him.
Even when they're like fake fighting.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah, just make it look good.
make it look
Make it look good.
God.
So they
I don't
fight.
know.
They
fight casual,
They fight together and get out of there,
right?
which is
Chained together.
Chained together.
And I really, so this was one of the first times that Chewie was played by a different actor.
Yeah, from Peter Mayhew.
Yeah.
And I was actually okay with Chewie because I thought that the actor did a really good job.
Yeah,
So.
I met Peter Mayhew.
I have to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Good
Nice.
dude.
Is
Very
he-
nice guy.
Is he really tall?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a wheelchair when I met him.
He had
Oh,
a
wow.
cane when I met him.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, super tall.
We get to meet Chewie, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, I got these buddies. They're gonna meet with us at the spaceport.
Really, yeah,
We gotta
really good
run."
friends or something
Yeah.
like that. Really good buddies. Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah. So we take off, but
They shower together.
yeah,
He's like, I thought we could do this separately.
yeah.
But they're both in there washing the mud off of.
No. Big old Wookiee dong.
Right.
Hit him in the chest.
Oh
Like,
God.
can you get that
you
out
not?
of here? Thanks.
So this is where they steal the ship, specifically to go and get the shipment off of the pretty kick-ass train. I also thought, man, why don't we build those? They'd be more sufficient because they have trains on the bottom and the top.
Right. That'd be cool.
And how they go around the mountain. I thought,
That was cool.
Also, that could be a ride.
Right.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
That was,
I think I've seen a ride like that somewhere.
Yeah.
and again, I've seen like this. Whoever did the VFX on this did a great job because that is one of the coolest scenes is
Right.
when they're trying to do this train heist. I mean, when she sacrifices herself to blow up the ship, and it's all visually pleasing.
Of
and,
course.
Yeah.
That's the
So
one thing they do give us.
That's and
Visually
also
pleasing.
it surprised me that they weren't afraid to kill characters in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I
It
thought
was a bit darker than your
yeah.
normal
Well,
Star
I can't remember the
Wars.
pilot's name, the multi-armed pilot.
right.
Like I really liked his
Yeah.
character and
It's cool.
didn't last very
Kasdan.
long.
Didn't make it.
But at the same time,
And
it's
Val.
one of those where I know, like, and this is one of the hard things with prequels is that I know that since I don't see anybody else in this movie, I know that either they're all going to die or,
That's true.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
You could always-
Kira, like, where's she at? What's
Well,
she doing?
Han's already,
Again,
spoiler.
they could
for-
have paralleled their experiences and shown us what was going on with her throughout.
I mean, what happens to
whatever.
her afterwards too? Like,
Right,
just
same.
never mentioned again, and
Yeah.
you know.
Just
So,
But yeah, I
Leave
was
that
surprised
big
that
matzo ball
Rio
hanging
is
out.
the character with the multiple arms.
yeah,
Yeah, Rio and Val both die.
yeah,
Infys Nest, is that what it is? Infys Nest?
maybe.
That's like the person that keeps intersecting Beckett.
Yeah.
ENFYS, Infys Nest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Which again, I thought was going to be way more of like a main character.
bad guy. Yeah,
And then they just kind of,
nah.
no,
because at the, not that.
we're
I mean-
rebels.
I mean, we're
Rebels.
spoilers,
That's all we
but
are.
but the end of the movie, like I could give a shit less about. Like
Right.
I just could care less.
And
Right.
we don't have to go through like beat by beat throughout the movie if you guys don't
Sure,
want to.
but okay. So this character shows up here, and then shows up at the end of the movie,
And that's
in
it.
like one other scene where they track the ship.
And what else is she most known for, Lee?
I don't remember.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. She was I think they were called Shield Breakers, but she was the leader of the,
Oh yeah,
playing almost the exact same character.
man, I can't remember.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's
I don't remember Falcon the Winter Soldier well enough.
kind of forgettable, so I don't blame you.
Right? There's like two good parts of that series.
Yeah. But
One of it was the dancing.
was there any, like, what was the weakest part of the movie for you guys?
I think it's the
I think it's the setup, the beginning.
the beginning, but
For me.
also the care of like Infys Nest. If she would have just come to Beckett
Yeah.
and said, "I'm trying to free people.
Right.
I'm trying to."
I'm trying to go against the Empire here.
And
Yeah.
and Crimson Dawn.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to do all of this, even though we find out later Beckett's a turd. But
Yeah.
I think that if they would have worked together, there's more numbers there,
Right.
And it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Was that the only train car that had that in there? I mean, they could have like split it. They could have
Done something.
They could have done
But
something.
I don't-
and worked
Something is
together.
better than nothing.
But Beckett's not
And he
going
didn't
to
realize that.
But they didn't even. So that would have made me care about that character more.
Yeah.
Because really, I'm just like, she's just there to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That's, that's
Yep.
it.
Until the very end.
Until the very
when
end.
you need her.
Right.
So
Right.
And she didn't even help Beckett. Han was smart enough to
Yeah.
to use her like for the right reasons and be like, take the coaxium and do
Yeah.
what you need to do, you know?
Right.
Did you have a weakest part of the movie?
Like for me, it's the setup. It's setting up what they went through. Why do I care about Kira?
Yeah.
The whole reason for him doing what he's doing, I don't care about.
And I think it's hard for me too because I know that Han Solo is going to get with Princess Leia. So you're already putting me at odds with Kira because I'm like, yeah, I don't want you with Han. I want him with her.
Really,
You know what I'm saying?
they should have killed her character off because
Yeah.
it would have made you care more about Han
her.
Solo.
Not only that, Han Solo is going to survive everything in this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
He has to.
So like, but to mold his character,
Right.
They
Around
could have done something.
She should have, for lack of a better word, dicked him over. Is
And
what she should have done.
She did.
to make him better.
No, but
She
like
did at the
really,
end.
but really
Yeah.
stabbed him in the back
Yeah.
to make him not trust
Anything.
anybody.
and then
ever
blame
again.
him for him leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
really, like,
Yeah, really
get
lay
to
it
him.
on. Yeah, really lay it on him.
I think it would have made me like her character more because
Yeah.
I didn't dislike her character. I just
No.
didn't care about
It was
her
just
character.
indifferent about
because
her.
really later on when Lando shows up, that's to me when the movie starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fantastic
Lando's
when he
great.
shows up.
Glover nails his.
Lando.
So really,
his
they get
character.
there because they go back, and that's where we meet Paul Bettany's character, Drayden Voss. Is that it?
Drayden Voss.
Drayden
yeah.
Voss, who I love his character.
Oh, I did too.
He plays
I thought
the
he was
perfect
great.
mob boss. Like,
Yeah.
he's great, very sweet to everyone, and then just kills them. Like I
For
love,
sure.
I love it.
Paul Bettany is very
he's
underrated.
Very
actor in my-
underrated.
Oh my god,
So-
very.
Yeah.
He's-
And in Knight's Tale, he is fantastic. I love.
I was just gonna say Knight's Tale. He's great in.
Yeah,
For
It's-
sure.
He's just really good.
I mean,
liked
but
him.
Vision.
Yeah.
I
Vision
liked
is
him
great.
in Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh, he was the priest, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the monk.
the monk.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I mean,
Opus Dei.
WandaVision. I loved WandaVision, and I
Yeah.
thought he was fantastic in that.
Oh, for sure.
yeah, I love Paul Bettany. He's fantastic.
So that was a pretty cool scene. I think for me, the two highlights of the entire movie, and that is the train heist sequence. I really liked that. And then the Kessel Run was like kind of fun, but man, I don't know.
I liked it better when they got to the mines.
Yeah, I did too. Instead of doing the Kessel Run, which it's a covering of a plot hole
Right.
because he did it in 12 parsecs or whatever.
Yeah, but he cheated.
Parsecs are a unit of measurement, not a unit of time.
Right.
Right.
So they had to fudge the numbers on that one.
Gotcha.
So
That's funny.
yeah,
Yeah, they come up with the idea to go
and yeah,
and get the
Unrefined.
unrefined
Unrefined.
coaxium.
Yeah.
but they have to
Raw,
Yeah.
which is very unstable.
So they have so much time
hot.
to go. Hot. Got to cool it.
Yeah, they have it's a time limit thing.
Yeah.
Right. Because
so-
it has to stay cold.
I really
The refrigerator.
liked that scene too because it sets up Paul Bettany is like, hey, if you guys don't get this stuff, then yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Like I don't know what else to tell you. And they're like, yep, okay, we got it. I liked Han's kind of like, oh yeah, laissez-faire, we'll get it, not a big deal.
I don't think he's worried about being on the run though.
No problem.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Piece of cheese. All day, every day, twice on Sunday.
And it's Kiera that says, I think I know someone with a ship.
Yeah, and then
And I
that's
know
how
where to
they-
find him.
Yeah,
And we go to, I don't know where they go. It's like a little gambling.
little shit house casino.
but aren't they all in Star Wars? Aren't they all?
Well, of course.
No, not the one in,
Not the
Not
one in
Cloud City.
no.
or the one.
Rise? Is it Rise?
Is it? It's either Rise or I think it is Rise.
It's Rise.
where they go to the
It's
the
like a
horse
high end.
races
It's like a high end.
and the casino.
Oh, you
there.
don't like that one?
It was pointless.
No, that's Canto Bite.
Wait, isn't that the scene that
That's the
Warwick
Last
Davis
Jedi.
is in?
I'm not saying that
pretty
I
sure-
liked
Right.
that
That was
part.
Rise of Skywalker.
No, it's the Last Jedi when they go to Canto Bite, and then there's the gambling, and then they have the racing
Benicio del
dogs
Toro,
and Benicio del Toro's. Yeah, spoilers for Last Jedi. No, that's Last
Last
Jedi, bro. Yeah. The thing is hot take. I don't mind the Last Jedi as much as I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. So
Lee's just playing guitar over there.
He is.
Sweet.
Trying to get this thing tightened
sweet,
down.
Sweet jams.
yeah,
That's right.
but yeah,
So Kira says, let's go find our pilot in our ship. So that's where we get introduced to Lando Calrissian, Donald Glover, who looks like him, dresses like him, talks like him, calls him Han.
Yeah.
I love
Smoother
it.
than
Han.
butter.
I love it so much.
And old buddy.
And old buddy. And then after we find out that he cheated at cards.
Of course.
Yeah, we get
It's
to see
not
the
smart
Millennium
reveal.
Falcon, which I liked that reveal. And I love how new and shiny it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Still has the escape pod on
Like,
it.
Yes.
yeah. And it
That's what that
has
part
the
was.
satellite dish on it as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love how the interior is all white and the floor is
Oh, it's
black and
just all
polished.
beautiful.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Right?
So
Until the Kessel Run.
till Han gets his hands on it. Yeah. So this is one of the first times that we get to see the interior of like a wardrobe, like a closet,
Like a
almost.
bedroom.
All the
yeah.
all the capes.
Yeah.
Which I
She
have
says,
no.
I love that scene.
I
She
do
goes,
too.
this is a lot of
It's
capes.
a lot.
A lot of capes.
I love it. One scene he says, that's hand tailored. That's like
Yeah, it's
handcrafted.
right.
Don't use my cape. We also meet L3, who I really liked L3.
I did like L3.
That was
And that's
Gwen.
Phoebe Walker Bridge.
Oh, I thought that was Gwen Christie.
I
I
can
thought
look it
she
up.
played the robot.
No, I thought that was Phoebe Walker Bridge.
I like that robot that she is sassy
is
and
in love with
Han. And she says, how does that work? And she goes, we make it work.
Yeah.
So
I
obviously.
thought she was in love with Lando.
Lando, Lando. But I like that they insinuate that Lando has
we
done
make it
something
work.
with L3 before.
Lando's-
Yeah, L3 is Phoebe Walker Bridge.
Oh.
So, yeah, she does a good job.
But she has the best navigational maps in the galaxy
Yeah.
in her brain.
And so they kind of need her more than they do.
Lando, yeah, for sure.
So,
They get together and they go to Kessel, which I liked them traveling to Kessel because I love like the highway through.
yeah,
Cold.
subspace or something like
Well,
that.
no, it's when they're going through like the clouds.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't go through here because there are icebergs the size of planets smashing into each other, you know.
Right.
And I like
The
that there's
unknown.
like street lights in there almost,
Yeah.
space lights that to have them guided to Kessel.
It's awesome.
They finally make it to Kessel, and we see what? No, Han's in the outfit, isn't he?
No.
The one from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, it's Woody Harrelson's character.
Yeah, Beckett. Beckett is
Beckett's
in that.
in-
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of fan service. I even have that on here. Thomas Beckett wears the guard disguise seen in Return of the Jedi when Lando wore it in an attempt to save Han Solo from Jabba the Hutt.
So that tells me that costume is on the Millennium
Yeah.
Falcon somewhere, which is freaking awesome.
It's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I'll use this.
yeah.
So then we get our little like almost Indiana Jones montage. yeah. Oh no, I'm talking about freeing the slaves on Kessel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And them all running free. And
Yeah. Like Temple of Doom.
Yeah, Temple Doom. L3 is like, I found my purpose.
Yeah.
But poor L3 gets blown up.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
And it made me sad,
not
Lando,
dead.
like trying. I love him trying to drag her, and she just fell
Yeah.
to pieces, and so he just grabs her head.
you got to
And-
plug her in.
Got to
And he
plug her
gets
in.
shot
So that's
and-
my question. Is it known that the Falcon has like a personality?
I don't think so. Not before this movie,
Not-
I was.
no.
Yeah.
So that's what's kind of surprised me is I was thinking, man, have I missed something to where have they said the Falcon has like the best nav system? And seeing that, I just thought that was such a weird little thing to
it's-
input there.
Yeah. I thought it was really, really weird to put that in, and it's never mentioned in any of the other movies ever again.
right.
It makes sense because the Falcon isn't that good of a ship. They constantly talk about what a piece of crap the Falcon
Yeah.
is.
It just knows every route
Right.
Yep.
and all the
so-
secret routes,
yeah. And so
which it's space.
I
I
mean,
don't,
I don't know.
I don't,
I don't know. I don't really know how
I
any
don't
of
know
that
how it
works.
works. Thought you could draw a straight line from any 2 points in the galaxy and get there, but I guess not.
We get to see some more Wookiees too.
We do.
And I like that they made them look like 70s Wookiees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uncut.
Like yeah, the whole face didn't have hair of the one Wookiee.
Right.
Do you guys remember the Christmas special?
I remember it vaguely.
You don't remember
How
his
could you
his,
forget?
his grandpa watching Wookiee porn
yeah.
and
I don't.
and
Yep.
Carrie Fisher singing.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You gotta watch
Han,
it.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Well,
It
maybe
all
that's
takes place on
Kashyyyk.
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 It all takes place on that, and you get to meet Chewy's family and kids.
I don't want to.
1950s Wookiee
Porn.
Wookiee home. I mean, yeah.
It's like he lives in a treehouse, but the uncle puts like on a VR headset.
Yeah.
And this is the 70s,
Yeah.
early 80s. And it's a whole bunch of like Wookiee. And no, it's like space ladies dancing.
Yep.
And he's like, oh. Yeah, it's exactly.
Wow.
It's a bizarre
Yeah.
Hey,
show.
I never understood why it needed to happen.
that might be for another Christmas
No, it's
time.
never going to be for a Christmas time.
Yeah, it's Christmas special. I like it. I like
me.
it.
So then they get back on the ship, they plug her in. One of the coolest visual scenes that I really enjoyed, other than the train sequence, is that you see a Imperial Star Destroyer coming through
Very
the
cool.
clouds. And I was like, oh, that's
It's an
pretty
Imperial
damn cool.
blockade.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing.
To try.
Yeah, he says they're not going to send any TIE fighters for a little ship like us.
Right.
And instantly. Yeah. So the first thing he does is fly into the clouds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good God. He's like, that's the only way we're going to escape this.
Yeah.
Which
Because it was the only way.
Which always
in or out.
surprises the crap out of me. Like, there's no vision. Like, you have no vision in
No,
front
whatsoever.
of you. And so he's just flying blind and able to dodge these.
And not only that, it's not like his perspective covers the entirety of the ship. Like, the cockpit is on the right side of the ship, and you have this whole other space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway,
It is.
it's cool.
So
It's cool.
but this is also where we see the creature. I don't know what it is,
I don't either.
but it's enormous octopus
Monster.
Yeah. That he tricks to getting close to the gravity well and starts sucking it in, which is pretty crazy.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's like a black hole almost.
Beckett injects the coaxium into the
The
fusion.
ship.
Yeah.
So that
And
they
it-
can go.
yeah.
And it was, that was pretty
It's
cool.
like it's NOS basically
Yeah.
is for the ship because one drop of it or one little vial of it can do a whole Star Destroyer or
Right.
whatever. So
and we
Shit,
lose
here they
the
come. They're coming. The TIE
is it the blockade?
Imperial blockade. Hey,
Sound effects,
copyright.
right?
But yeah, we lose escape pod, which
And
it
the
looked
satellite
weird,
dish.
and the satellite dish
Yep.
to lure the monster out. And it was cool shot where they threw. I'm really glad that they didn't pull a holdo maneuver on anything. So that was good.
I did like that scene. I didn't mind that scene
Yeah.
at all. And I like that when he's doing tight squeeze again, he says, "Do you remember the alley?"
Yeah,
She said
yeah.
the one that we didn't make it through, and he's like, "We're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it this time.
Yeah. They arrive on.
Another desert planet.
Yeah, what is Savarine? They arrive on Savarine but they arrive right on time. They're like, "We have to land now. You have to get the stuff off the ship right now. You have to start refining
going
it.
to
It's going to
explode."
explode." And then they get it off, and then that's when
They start
Infest
refining
Nest
it.
shows back up again.
Yeah.
And they fight and argue, and then they reveal.
I did kind of have that Western draw, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna have a shootout. This is gonna be cool because you're anticipating there's gonna be a final battle right here because they've been playing that up. And Solo's like, oh yeah, he's just gonna talk his way out of it, and it goes completely
Well,
wrong.
he says, I have 30 men in that ship down there,
Yeah.
and Lando leaves.
Lando leaves with the Falcon. Yeah,
That is really how Lando exits the movie,
100%.
which is insane
it's
to me.
great.
but,
Yeah, I love it
Kind of had to see that one coming.
It's very Lando.
for sure.
A little higher. A little higher. So then Paul Bettany's character shows back up,
Yeah,
Voss, and we kind of get wind that, and Beckett leaves as well.
yeah.
Right?
He said earlier on, you can't trust anybody, and
That was a big
he's
theme.
Like, this is one of those things where describes the entire plan, and I don't. Did you guys
Monologues.
Yeah, monologues, and they don't tell you the plan, and then he talks with the rebels that, oh, this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna give the coaxium back
Right.
to.
And Beckett's like, I'm out of here before I get killed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that coming?
Not necessarily.
The twist.
Not
you know what I'm
necessarily.
saying?
I don't know if I thought about it that deeply.
Really?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. So
I mean, I knew that there was some kind of trick, but I didn't. I was just like, I'll just
roll
I
with
wasn't
it.
trying to.
Let's
figure
see
it
what
out.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay. I don't know. As soon as Beckett left, and then he goes up to meet with Is it Voss?
Voss.
I was like, yeah, Beckett's coming back.
Yeah.
That's it.
I kind of figured he would because I didn't think his character was going to make it into another movie.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't necessarily think that Beckett was going to completely turn on him, though.
Right.
Oh, I 100% saw it. As soon as he said, "You can't trust anybody, kid," that is like one of the biggest cliches in any movie. Is like anytime that you're in like a heist thriller or whatever movie, the person that says that is always going to be the one that screws you over.
That's true.
Yep.
I do like that they pulled the double reverse, though.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Actually had the coaxium with them, and
The entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they set a little trap. And I mean, I think that whole scene's
it was cool.
It's great.
It was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like Voss fighting with the proto saber, not proto sabers, but like the daggers. I don't even know what to call them.
I don't know either.
Vibroblades.
Yeah, that sounds good.
How do you know that?
Man, I don't.
Seriously.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you.
The vibroblades.
Boring.
So
Tell
there's
me when you have a question that's hard.
right.
So Beckett takes the stuff and he says, "I'm out of here. I'm taking Chewie with me. I'm the only one with a gun." He kills the guards,
Yeah.
And then it's Voss, Kira, and Solo in the room. And Voss and Solo are fighting, and Kira comes in and
Gets him.
gets him.
Can't trust anybody.
Starts fighting him, and then stabs him. I like that the blade goes into her blade, sticks, and she stabs him in the heart with that
Yeah.
contraption.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's when she says, "I'll meet you. Go get the stuff. I'll meet you." And this is when we get reintroduced to Darth Maul. She
Yeah.
calls and says, "Hey,
Yeah.
Voss is dead. I'm the boss bitch now.
I'm taking over.
I'm taking over." And
So
Yeah.
I'm really curious with you guys because at that point, I feel like at that point in time, they had revealed that Darth Maul had survived in Clone Wars, and I think he was in Rebels as well, and he kind of appeared in both of them around the same time, as far as I remember. So it wasn't a surprise to me that Darth Maul had survived, but for you guys who haven't watched any of that, were you guys surprised?
Oh yeah.
yeah, for sure.
You
I
were
was like,
oh shit,
holy shit! It's
he came
Darth
back.
Maul. All right,
How did he
that's awesome.
survive? Yeah. So
It's like, well,
So,
he got cut in half.
This
but
next scene answers your question, though.
yeah,
So Beckett's talking to him, and Han just shoots and kills him.
yeah, and that's
So that answers your question of who shot
who
first.
shot
That's right.
first. Yeah,
Han did.
And I feel like
Beckett says, "You did good.
Good job.
Because if you wouldn't have, I was going to do it. You know." So I mean that.
answers. Yeah, doesn't matter how many special editions you get
Damn
for.
right. You don't
A New
stab
Hope.
old Han in the back.
Other
In
than
the movie
that-
roll credits.
Yeah, good scenes, bad scenes. I mean,
I didn't think there was any bad scenes.
I do like at the end though they meet up with Lando again, and he pulls the green card out and wins the Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair and square.
Fair and square,
sure.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
right?
Fair and square. I don't think so.
No.
Cheater.
And he also says that Han and Chewie leave for Tatooine to find a crime lord mentioned by Beckett, who is putting together a big profitable job. So
he's gonna-
the Hutts.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
For a sequel.
Even though that should have happened 10
Earlier.
years down the road.
Right.
Yeah. See, I don't know what the time difference is between Solo and Star Wars.
I'm just looking at Han age of this movie and Han the age of A New Hope, and there's a
little bit of
definite
time.
age difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Han's in his mid 30s in A New Hope, so
Yeah.
you're talking at least 15 years.
Wow.
So I want to know what happened in that 15-year span.
Yeah.
That'd be nice
I'm sure, I'm sure it's in the novels.
He can't be more than 21 in that movie
No, he can't be.
Yeah.
if he's that
No,
old.
because I think that he's like 17 or 18 when they're on
Yeah.
the planet at the beginning.
Yeah.
3 years later,
Yeah.
he's probably in his early 20s.
That would make sense.
I mean, I thought it was a fun movie. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I
Nope.
thought it was.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was
agree.
entertaining. I thought it was fun. It was active. It was the pacing was good. You didn't get a lot of character development because we already knew who Han Solo was, really.
Right.
And that was the only one we cared about.
Right.
We didn't care about Kira. We care about Chewie. We cared about Lando. A little bit of Beckett.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Paul Bettany as the villain, but
Yeah.
when he died, you knew he was going
fine.
to at some point.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really surprising, other than the Darth Maul drop at the end.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I give it
Well, first off,
I give it a good rating.
what's our rating scale?
Well, if anybody's been following along, it is an S through F rating system. S being the top tier, no flaws, just an excellent movie. You're going to watch it multiple times probably. like I said, no flaws. And we only have 10 spots for the podcast for that. So once we fill up 10, we'll have to vote something off.
Right.
And then we have A, which is a great movie, maybe a couple of flaws here and there, but very overlookable. Top movie. B is a strong movie, some flaws here and there, but strong, definitely rewatchable. C is your average movie. Could be bad, could be good. Might watch it, might not. D is crap. It's just not a good movie. You don't want to watch it again. And F is just, you really don't want to watch it.
You regret watching it.
You regret seeing it. And I've seen a few of those.
All right. Well, with that being said, what would you guys rate?
I would rate Solo a B+.
Okay.
Because for me, Star Wars isn't Star Wars without a few things.
Yeah.
And we know what those things are.
Yeah.
But this one did fill those gaps nicely with a lot of action, a lot of grit. Like, it was a little darker than your average Star Wars movie for me. But there's still things that I really like. They didn't have a big space battle in this one, which I always love a good space battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Jedi and the Sith.
I would have liked to seen the Falcon in its prime.
Right?
Yeah.
Besides doing the Kessel Run, but like actual fighting.
Yeah,
There's a little one at the end.
I don't think they ever touted the Millennium Falcon as a fighter.
No,
it was a speedster.
I always thought it was a luxury ship.
It's a
pleasure yacht.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not. It's a freighter.
Yeah,
but it's a
cargo
small
ship.
freighter, and they never said it was going to be a good fighter. But I still give it a B+. I thought it was strong.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going A-.
A-?
Yep, I like it. I think it's a great movie. I thought the characters were great. I mean, some of them you care about, some of them you don't. But as much, I liked them all.
Okay.
There wasn't a character in it I disliked.
Yeah.
There wasn't any characters out of place.
No, not at all. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen a little more of Voss and Rio at the beginning.
Yeah.
I know that was story building and
It's
Right.
nice that they built in some cannon fodder, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because if they start off with one or two people, well, you're not killing anybody off because you got to have a crew.
Right.
So it's kind of different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking more towards like a B- for me personally, just because, I've seen, not that you guys haven't, but I've seen Star Wars. I mean, I've watched all of Clone Wars. I've watched all of this other stuff. This movie is fan service, the movie for Solo people, because it's like, oh yeah, there's the dice. Oh, there's this blaster that just gets thrown to him. Oh yeah, that's how he gets the ship. Okay, this is how he does this Kessel Run. Everything that I know about Solo happened within this movie. And I didn't have any problem with the actors. You know what I'm saying? I think that they all tried to do the best that they could do. And I think that some of the reshoots that they had kind of suffered because at sometimes it does kind of feel, for me anyway, the pacing is a little wonky. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the deal is that they could have not done the Kessel Run at all.
Right.
Or not even just called it the Kessel Run.
Right.
Because we don't know what the hell the Kessel Run
No,
is.
not at all.
They could have just had it be different.
Right.
And not forced it. And I thought the dice, I like the dice.
Yeah.
Because I think they're so subtle that they actually were in the story.
Right.
They were part of the story.
luck,
Yeah.
right.
To where the gun and...
Yeah.
And see, I kind of disagree that, you say everything that happened to Han Solo happened in this movie.
Right.
But we still don't know how things shook out with Jabba, which is a huge
It'd be cool. Yeah.
huge deal.
But that's like...
But again, that was, in my opinion,
Yeah.
through my math and my calendaring, that's 15 years down the road.
Right.
So you're not going to get all that. And yeah, I agree. A lot happened to Han Solo in this 2-hour movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But what would you cut out besides the Kessel Run? Maybe.
I mean,
that's the only thing you could cut out and call it something else, and the film still be what it is.
For sure. I think I liked it all the way up until the Kessel Run. I did like the visuals of everything, but
Right.
that's why I'm downgrading.
Here's the
it,
deal.
is that-
I wouldn't even cut anything out. I want more. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like I wish that they again would have expanded the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have seen him in the Empire more.
I would. Yeah.
Right.
Same.
Yeah,
I would as well.
I would have much rather them build him up as a character than it be.
You could have done a full 2-hour movie of Han Solo getting into the Empire and getting out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the movie two, the
And
second
honestly,
movie,
I think it would have done better.
I do
yeah,
too.
especially if he's doing like if they would have shown some like rogue mission that he
Mm-hmm.
went on to help the rebellion in some way that he didn't even know about.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. But
It is
hindsight.
fun.
But
Yeah.
again, I very much like the movie.
I do.
I'm not bitching about the movie by any means.
Right.
I just, how could it have been better? That, in my opinion.
Yep.
Is how. Yeah. So yeah. B minus.
B minus, B plus, A minus.
A minus.
I'd say solid B.
Solid B.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Cool.
B for Solo.
Awesome.
Let
All
us know what you guys think of the new format, and just not so formal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little more
Yeah.
free flow.
Free
Sure.
flow.
So, all right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Oi, oi.
Later.
Oh yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Postcast. Hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Day weekend. I took my mom to see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Just wanted to say thank you to all our loyal and new listeners. Shout out to all of our new subscribers on YouTube. As of this recording, we are close to breaking 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for helping and supporting us on this journey. We invite you all to check out our Facebook group. If you're listening on YouTube, give us a like, subscribe, tell us what you think the movies should be rated, and follow us wherever podcasts are found. We look forward to our next episode, Monday, May 20th, as we gear up for Furiosa by reviewing Mad Max Fury Road. We hope you've enjoyed our program just as much as we did recording for you. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode.